Can you imagine these poems are written by girls in the mountains of Guizhou, China? These poems come from She Is She, a poetry workshop I founded in Guizhou. However, such beautiful poems conceal their less fortunate background. These girls are from Guizhou Forerunner College, practicing embroidery and other local handcrafts. Despite having tuition funded by a charity foundation, some quit school to work at minimum age, work in the field, or even get married and have children. Growing up in poverty, they never had a chance to step out of the mountains. Their lives were shackled by the ingrained tradition of minority ethnic groups, and almost each of them has an unspeakable story. One girl was an orphan and raised by her grandma. One was abandoned by her mom and sexually assaulted by her dad. And the girl was about to commit suicide only because she accidentally scratched a car in fear of being fined. After hearing some of their stories, my heart was torn to pieces. Through their eyes, I saw timidity, apprehension, melancholy, everything but light. We are all girls of the same age, yet they live a completely different life than I am. I sought to make some changes. With a passion for poetry, I created the She Is She Poetry Workshop because I know poems can give them the courage to face challenges and defeat challenges. Every year, I would introduce poetry to girls newly enrolled. Prior to this, writing wasn't their favorite, so when I mentioned the word poetry at first, they remained clueless. Through reading poems, drawing self-portraits, playing poetry relays, and exploring different genres, they slowly created their first ever poem. I once asked a girl for her inspiration. She said, "I didn't know what inspired me. All I did was what you told us, tossing out thoughts that had never been spoken aloud. Putting them into poems became the best solution." Every year, by the end of the workshop, they stopped avoiding my eye contact and laughed more. The following summer, I would see girls from past years again. They became more determined to finish school, and they referred to poetry as their sanctuary. At the same time, groups of unfledged girls were waiting to change. Teachers at their school saw these transformations, encouraged them to write more, and exhibited poems at every corner of campus. After witnessing these changes the first year, I was more determined than ever to continue She Is She. Their growth and confidence provided me comfort and faith in this years-long journey. Looking back at times, poetry turns into an ocean, welcoming every girl with open arms. Yet what these girls had gone through redefined my reinterpretation of poetry. It, which I only saw as an exit to my own sentiments, now nourishes these girls like bread, illuminates the darkness like beacons, guiding the lost toward boundless hope. Fortunately, more poetry-based charity organizations in China have emerged to help inferior children. I want to tell the girls, poetry takes your heart on a walk, and with each step, your road expands. Even if the mountains are where you will stay, you can still have the whole road.